Hey guys, this is Torna, and today we're going to be talking about my top 10 improvements that I would like to see in Tacticus. As with most games, I have some kind of things that I'd love to see improved. No matter how much I love a game, I get very passionate about the games that I play, especially if I'm enjoying them a lot. And while obviously there's some things that I critique about them, know that it comes from a point of love. If you're someone from Snowprint, I'm really enjoying this game. I have to actively stop myself from messaging the community manager half the time because I love this game so much that I just want to talk about it all the time with the company. So I actually have an interview coming up hopefully very soon about it as well with one of the developers over there, but we have some things here that I wanted to suggest. So the first one here is trading up orbs, or like a lot of other, like most of the kind of this kind of stuff here, like the ability badges as well. If you have a look at the orbs here, I've got 311 uncommon orbs. You can see just how many of these I have. Like, look at these Xenos ones. I've got 207 uncommon Xenos orbs, but they're never going to get used because all of my Xenos characters, like you can see here, legendary, epic, all of these guys up here as well, are all at the point that they're just not going to be using any of them. Like, I've got so many characters up here that I'm never going to use any of these, and unless they bring out like some new Xenos that just kind of sit there instead of having like this kind of stuff. Whoops, it's not there. Like the Eldari event, for example, allows me to skip completely using those orbs, so I never have a reason to use them. It's the same with the Forge badges. Look here, I've got 93 uncommon Forge badges. I've got none of the rare ones. I definitely don't have any legendary ones. The ability badges, there's, like you can see here, it's not as bad with them, but still here, like I've got a whole bunch of common ones here that I'm not going to be using. So being able to trade up materials, I think would be a great idea. Even if it was like 10-to-1 kind of ratio or something along those lines, it would be great, and I'd love to see it in the game. The next one here is an auto button. Now this one's here is more for like my Marvel Strike Force friends who come over and play it, but I mean, I would appreciate it as well. There's stuff like in Onslaught or even like the campaign. Sometimes I know this game is a lot more about tactics, so it wouldn't work as well in this game as in other games, but being able to just click auto and the AI just does whatever, uses their abilities, runs forward and stuff like that, and that I think it would be helpful for people who just don't have enough time being able to play it. I'm aware that the game is more around tactics at the moment. Like, obviously the game's called freaking Tacticus. Tactics are a lot more important in this game than in some other games, but I think an auto button would be helpful for people who just don't have enough time. So maybe one day, obviously raiding is a thing and stuff. Like, you can still go in here and click raid and it just automatically does it. But like stuff like doing these missions in here, for example, doing the missions in here, being able to defeat these, I have to actually play a match to be able to do it. So I think an auto button would be good for that. The next one here is an easier way to get lower badges, and this one's coming up at the moment for me because, as you can see with the Xeno stuff, I've got some badges in here, but if I go into Onslaught here and have a look at the Xenos one, I'm only getting one Imperial badge. Or sorry, it's actually the Xenos ones that I'm struggling with here. Chaos. One Xenos badge, and then I'm getting a whole lot of uncommon ones, but I need those common ones. Like, this guy here is sitting here and he needs common ones, and Athena, I really want to be able to upgrade more, but I just can't get the resources to be able to because I can't get the common Xenos badges. Maybe it's because I'm kind of hoarding at the moment, but I mean, and I could potentially be getting them from the requisitions, but still, like, I think there should be a way to be able to get the lower, like even like the uncommon and common ones more often. Mostly the common at the moment, as I said. Next one is an increased odd requisitions. So like a kind of mini event kind of thing here. Bring in some kind of event thing like for a week where it's more common for you to get orcs, or more common, Xenos characters, more common for you to get chaos characters or something like that. I think would be a cool kind of thing to have it transition around. I mean, it could cause issues, could not, I don't know. It's kind of like a really, really spitbally stage at the moment, but I think that would be a really interesting kind of thing here. And to go alongside that, more requisition scrolls. More requisition scrolls for everyone. I'm obviously way the exception here. This is definitely not a suggestion for me because, look, I've got 293 here. This is a suggestion for those people who don't obviously refer a whole bunch of people to the game. And more requisition scrolls because, once you get to this stage, the way you're getting them is finishing the complete one of these. And even then, that's more difficult. Completing these missions in here, this mission level here, and every once in a while you get like a quest, but only if you've completed the level, one of these kind of missions, like the end of the chapter kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. I think more requisition scrolls would be good. Feed us more into that lottery. Encourage more people to spend on it because they get better requisition scrolls. I don't know. Next is Thousand Suns. I know. There's currently a poll going on. If you haven't voted on it, go over, vote for Thousand Suns, please. Thousand Suns, we really want to win. I want them to see them into the game. Next up is the scrapping all uncommon items. If I go to upgrade an item right now, and you can see here, I need 1,000 scrap. At the moment, I have a select all common button, but there's uncommon stuff in here that I don't need. I don't need this uncommon stuff. I think that it would be better just have something that you can click and it's select all common and then select all uncommon, or even a slider of select all common down here and then you can select all your items up here or something. I don't know. I think that would be good to be able to see something like that, so that way it's easier to use the scrapping mechanic there. Otherwise I have to go in here and I have to be okay, so here's an uncommon item. It's not awful at the moment because I've done it recently, but if you don't scrap often enough, it becomes a pain. It takes a little bit of time there. Next is collect all mail. Again, this might be one just mostly for me, but as you can see here, I've got a lot of mail at the moment. I just want to be able to collect it all. As I said, I'm aware that it's probably just me for this one, but I just kind of wish that there was an easier way to be able to collect all this stuff. I don't think there's ever a need to hoard it in my inbox or anything. So being able to collect it all, I think with a touch of a button would be a lot better. Next is more varied events. Now, I love the Athena event. I love the Calandus one. Both of these events were amazing. And I got the characters up a lot. But I'd love to see more varied events, and I think that that's going to be coming, which is good. I think Morgan Ra is going to have a different event from what we heard. So it will be very interesting to see exactly what ends up happening here. But I want to see more varied events. Currently, I like these events, but I also find them boring because it's just samey. Character cadence. So this is the last one, number 10, character cadence there. So this one here, I don't know if they've got a plan for it yet or not, but I would like to suggest something. Currently, we've got, obviously, Calandus here. It has come out not that long ago. What I'd like to see is after a set amount of time, so whether that's a month, 2 months, I don't know. Maybe, I think probably, personally, I think a month. After a month of them being out, after their event is finished, add them into the requisition scrolls. Boom. That's step 1. Then step 2 is after, say, 3 months. Make them farmable somewhere, obtainable somewhere, whether that is from a new campaign that gets added in, whether that is from Arena, add them in and replace the Arena characters in here. The issue with that is that you're so reliant on getting the Chaos characters from here to be able to continue on in the to continue on in the Fall of Cadia campaign, that it would end up happening to be they'd have to be in addition to it. So say for Arena in here, you get Harkin and then you also get Calandus or something like that. Obtainable somewhere in the game, basically, as somewhere that you're able to slowly get their shards from them, so that way you're able to unlock them. Because at the moment, for example, Ross Wither's event was the start or middle of August. We're looking at like 2 months since then, and there's nowhere of her in sight yet. So I'm hoping that they can do some kind of character cadence there where there's like a set amount of time between character becomes into the game, character becomes into requisitions, and then character becomes into a method of being able to be farmed, basically. Maybe, I don't know. I think that also comes back to more requisitions. I think that's a huge one. More requisitions for people would be huge, and that's one of the major complaints that I hear from people, is that once you get to a certain stage in the game, and it's not even that late, not even like that late in the game, they then kind of transition away from giving you a lot of requisition scrolls, which is a bit of a shame. So now I've got a bonus one, number 11. I don't know. I like calling it a bonus one because it's kind of a weird one here. And that's bring back Yarrick. Yarrick obviously is within the requisition scrolls, but early on in the game, you get an offer for him. And if you just started the game, within the first kind of couple days, people are less likely to spend on mobile games. They like to experience the game. They like to figure out if they're going to enjoy it, basically, before they decide to spend on the game. So after that stage, then they're like, yes, I enjoy this game. And then they go into the social media and they find out that, oh, you should have bought this character. He's insanely strong at the start of the game. So I would like to see Yarrick come back after a bit. So maybe once you are a month into the game, Yarrick shows back up. If you did not buy him the first time, if you bought him the first time, nah, too bad. You already bought him. But I'd love to see a second chance offer for him later on. So that way players who didn't invest at the start have the opportunity to be able to get him later on. There's people who I talk to who are literally like, I'm going to restart the game because I didn't get Yarrick and then I enjoyed the game. And I think that feels bad. Anyway, yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What suggestions would you have to improve Tacticus? Have a great day and goodbye.